The full moon lunar eclipse happens at 23 degrees in Virgo with the south node, which is at 27 degrees on March 13th, 14th, depending on where you are in the world. It's all about a karmic release, a culmination, a partial revealing, as the eclipse obscures part of what's revealed. Issues around our health, routines, work, small business, people you hire, rental income, pets, organization, decluttering, communication, to-do list, our competition. These are just some of the things that Virgo covers. A destiny can be fulfilled in your Virgo part of the sky, maybe an achievement of some kind within your community as well. And this eclipse does have a positive aspect. It has Uranus and Taurus trining this eclipse, and Mars and Cancer are sextiling it. And although Saturn is opposing the lunar eclipse from Pisces, we have Mars trining Saturn and the Sun in Pisces. This could look like some ease of change and easy letting go of a karmic story, only to allow for a new beginning in the Virgo house of your chart, but one that you are the initiator of with Mars here. It can be an emotional new beginning as well, as emotions are always involved because it is a lunar eclipse after all. The moon rules Cancer, and we have Mars in Cancer, but in good flow to this moon. There can be a deep feeling or sense of growth and change as well, as we also have Pluto sextiling the North Node and Pisces and trining the South Node at this eclipse. You can feel eerily in sync with life's destiny in the Pisces part of your sky as well at this time. So what does this look like for Gemini? Gemini, this is happening in your fourth house of home and family, property, ancestral roots, and conditioning. It's the base of our chart and one of the more hidden or private houses of our natal wheel. It's early, and my brain hasn't fully come online, so forgive my faux pas with words there. There could be a release at this time of family pain or outdated patterns or behaviors within the home, if there were any, because we have Pluto in your ninth house of the higher mind, of expansive thought. It's a positive house and one of higher education and belief systems, and it's trining over to the South Node in Virgo at the time of this eclipse, showing a smooth release of something in the fourth house area. It can simply be also like the sale of a family home or property too, as Mercury rules this eclipse, and Mercury also rules you, and is a planet representing communication and contracts, and it's located in your 11th house. Mercury, that is. Mercury's over in the 11th. It could be a lucrative sale, because Mercury is conjunct Venus in the 11th. Maybe it was a sale or will be a sale that will bring a windfall, or your dream has to be to let go of this home or property. We also have Mars in your second house of Cancer, which can also be selling property. This can be making big changes within the family. The second house represents immediate family. You could be focused on community, friend groups, networking, humanitarian efforts, or groups, science, investments in tech, AI, etc., and internet-based projects at the time of this eclipse. And this focus will stay here and go back to your 10th house of career and reputation, and then back through your 11th, all the way until Mercury moves into Taurus on May 29th. That's several months of focus of the eclipse ruler and your ruler in very visible houses. The 11th Aries house, which is a very social house, the 11th house, and your 10th Pisces house, which is a career house, and it's, the highest point of your chart. By the way, I'll write these dates down, so don't worry about, the retrogrades and planetary shifts and etc. I'll put it all in the description box down below. Mars at the time of this eclipse is also trining Saturn from your second house over to your 10th. You could be actively changing how you appear out in the public eye in a positive way. You could be trying to create a new image. Maybe you've done some dental work or work on your face, a new skin care routine, for example. Maybe you change your hair. Those would be low-risk ways to make changes while Venus is retrograde. You don't ever want to go under the knife or surgery while Mars is still in shadow and Venus is retrograde. If there had been any issues within the home or family, they could be released in a smooth and surprisingly sudden way with Uranus trining from the 12th house over to this lunar eclipse in the 4th. And this can free you or leave your home and family area feeling more stable than it has in a long time. So you can focus in that 10th house area of high visibility, career, fame, titles, legacy. It's where the North Node is, trying to help you make rapid progress in reinventing yourself and what you want to do out in the world and the way that you want to be seen. I also see that Pluto has left the 8th house of where we store our pain or trauma, but it's also a house of like death and transformation and rebirth, as well as liberation. And it recently moved into that 9th house of higher mind. And Pluto is trining the South Node in Virgo in the 4th, again showing that there may have been or there is occurring some easy transition or positive release or transformation in your emotional world, or healing the mind or communications around family matters. Maybe you also had some self-limiting or harmful beliefs about what you could do or your potential in the world or around your image. And that can be transformed and let go of now at this eclipse, an image that didn't serve you, as Pluto is in the house of the higher mind and belief systems and is making a sextile to the North Node in your 10th Pisces house at the time of this eclipse. Mars could also be helping you build something in that house of career, and it would be something that you'll end up being quite proud of, something that maybe you'll feel more independent from another possibly, as the second house is a house where you earn or make money through your own efforts. You can increase your assets, a house where you can increase your self-esteem and your sense of value. Last but not least, you could be releasing a creative project out into the public, maybe something that you've been working on behind the scenes with Uranus in the 12th house of spirituality, or building a creative or spiritually based business, maybe something that you can work on from home, but you also may be moving to relocate for work, possibly overseas, as Uranus is in the house of foreign lands, the 12th, and is beaming over to the lunar eclipse in the 4th house, and then sextiling Saturn, the Sun, and the North Node in Pisces in your 10th house of career, visibility, and status. If you're not leaving, you could be working for a foreign company, and you can have an offer come up, one that could also drastically change your home life somehow. What else? You could be having a lot of fun or invites to social occasions, fundraisers, networking events, etc. And I would encourage you to participate. As we also have Mercury, who rules this lunar eclipse, and also your ascendant sun or moon, over in the 11th luck house of hope, wishes, dreams, windfalls, lottery wins, just to name a few of what the 11th house covers. There could be a lucky fated opportunity that comes through for you at this time or as the next 6 months unfold. It could also be like love, and maybe with someone a little bit younger than you at the time of this eclipse, as Mercury is conjunct with Venus in the 11th house of Aries. You could meet through friends or some 11th house venue, or even on the internet, through groups on the internet. As just a few examples, if you're not looking for love, you could just be like more appealing and attractive and popular to others at this time. You'd be socializing more, and over the next few months, with Venus sextiling your sun, moon, or ascendant, felt the most from 4 to 12 degrees. But don't worry, Venus will cover all of these degrees. And this can affect you positively, and will spend a lot of time between your 11th luck house and your 10th of high visibility until Venus moves direct and on from Aries by the end of June. So she'll kind of bounce between this 11th and 10th house back to your 11th house and won't move on till the end of June. Also, you still have Jupiter on your ascendant sun or moon until June 9th. So set your goals, your dreams in motion, reach for new career opportunities and network, because Venus is here to help. But so is Mercury, as Mercury will retrograde this, month. And again, spend a lot of time there between the 11th and 10th, as well, all the way to the end of May. Okay, moving on, Gemini. The March 29th partial solar eclipse at 9 degrees is just beautiful, with no harsh aspects. It sextiles your sun, moon, or ascendant, and is happening in your 11th house of hope, dreams, wishes come true, windfalls, networks, internet, large friend groups, humanitarian groups in science, tech, fundraisers, social events. These are just a couple things that the 11th house covers. This is wrapping up the Libra-Aries eclipse cycle that began with the nodes shifting July 2023. This is the last of the eclipses and is marking a powerful new beginning around your friend groups, your luck cycles, windfalls, etc. The energy of this eclipse rolls out for 6 months or so. So don't worry if you haven't seen anything yet, or if you feel you missed some opportunity here since the nodes and eclipses started happening in 2023. You now have this last burst for the next 6 months to set intentions around your 11th house areas. You'll feel the sun, moon, rising Gemini anywhere from 5 to 14 degrees the most. Jupiter in your first house will sextile the solar eclipse in the 11th. Maybe you're finding your people or your tribe at this time, especially as I think there was maybe a long-term wounding around finding your place amongst groups or the feeling of belonging in a friend group, as we have had Chiron, the wounded healer, sitting in that 11th house for a while now. You could be becoming a teacher, teaching internet courses, developing a writing or film project, because we have the 10th house of Pisces highlighted, being sextiled by Pluto from the 9th. And Pisces rules film, fantasy, photography, the highest forms of creative expression, empathy, music, just to name a few. Yeah, it could be you and a group of people or friends are working on a project that could help change or help people change the world in some way, or you could have some wish come true around how you make money or what you want to do for a career, and this can come true. But it's through your own efforts, because Mars rules the solar eclipse, and Mars is active at this time, albeit in a positive way. And Mars is working over in that second Cancer house, beaming up in a trine to Saturn and Pisces in the 10th of career and status and father figures, but also your legacy, fame, and titles. Last but not least, Gemini, at the solar eclipse, we have Pluto from your 9th house of foreigners, making a sextile to Venus in the 11th. She's sitting on the edge of the 11th and the 10th house for you at 28 degrees of Pisces. There could be a new love with someone from afar. It could be through academia, a book publishing event, college course, a big social cause or group, a networking event, maybe a yoga class you go to with a friend. It could be through social media or on the internet. Maybe it's also somebody who's had their eye on you. After all, this is Pluto, maybe they've seen you on social media or through a YouTube stream, for example, because we do have the internet highlighted too. And maybe this person has found the courage to direct message you or reach out through a friend, since Pluto is in the sign of friendship, Aquarius. Pluto is also sextiling Neptune at the same time, again, in that 11th, 10th house, straddling that border right there. And so this could also be some divinely inspired project that you will develop or are working on now and over the next 6 months that is magical in nature or has some empathetic or compassionate bend to it that can help the world in some way. You may have a role to play in helping humanity with the signature in the sky right now. Maybe you will do it through a video medium, art forms, writing or communication somehow. Whatever is cooking for you, Gemini, it's big, and it may not be evident just yet, but take action and at least writing down whatever may, come to you through the ethers at the end of this month, now and over the next 6 months, as this is no ordinary time in the cosmos. So there's definitely some wish fulfillment coming through for you at this time. Take care, Gemini, and we'll see you in April.